Hello Team Zug, and today we're back with another custom showcase video. So I got all my narrow gauge engines, and we're going to show some new ones that I made recently. Before we get started, I just want to show you guys something. I gave my Eiffel Hue custom nameplates I printed today. So now he looks much better. Enough about Eiffel Hue, let's talk about the customs. Let me just... Oh, there we go. So here are my customs. Here we got Adeline, Harris, Duchess, Little Giant, Jennings, and John. Let's start with Adeline. So, Adeline is a character that was made by Wild Wester. She's called Adeline the Phantom Engine. Basically, she was, Wild Wester's take on the engine that fell off the old Iron Bridge, but she's alive. I like Adeline's character, and so I decided to make her. Now, the reason why she's painted blue instead of red is because, I didn't want her livery to clash with Eiffel Hue, because her livery is the Railway Series Scaloy Railway colours, so I gave her different ones. My design of Adeline, she's based on another Thomas fan, Thomas Star Wars 101. I'm so sorry if I butcher your name, or Andrew. So yeah, I really like this model. She's number 23, and yeah, I hope to work her into my series. Right, here's her best friend, Harris, who is Wild Wester's take on the Ministry of Defense engine. The only take and play part about this custom was the chassis. In this case, it came from a take and play flatbed. The rest of the body's air drying clay. Same story of Adeline. I gave Harris a new livery, and that being a navy green. It's basically what I wanted Montgomery to have, but I'm not going to repaint Montgomery because Montgomery's good enough as he is. I love Montgomery. He's my favorite, one of my best OCs. Yeah, Harris is pretty cool. I really like him. So yeah, that's Harris. Next up, we've got Duchess, Duke's sister. She's a character that's created by Rexel Jet, and Duchess is one of my favorite OCs made by Rexel Jet. Basically, what I use is a take-along Duke. Not this version. Let me go get the one. This one here. I'm debating if I should have this Duke or this Duke. I love the face, but this one has outside cylinders. Yeah, again, my other tenders don't have that. But anyways, so the main body is from official take-along Duke, but the tender is from a knockoff. You can tell it's a knockoff because how height the tenders are. In fact, let me just go get my Bertram, and yep, that's definitely a knockoff because that tender is longer. Oh yeah, speaking of Bertram, he is the next custom I'm going to redo because I'm not really a big fan of this guy. But when I get an Ertl Bertram face and update him, I'll let you guys know about that. Anyways, Duchess, despite her long tender, she is a fantastic custom. A lot of people pointed out that she's one of my favorites. One of the best ones I did. And I have to honestly agree, like, if you ignore that I repainted the body, but not the tender, just the lining, it does match up a little bit good. So yeah, I gave her red line instead of yellow to make her distinct from Duke. I think it looks really neat. Alright, let me just put you back there, Duke. Next up, we got Little Giant. Now, Little Giant was actually a cancelled character from Season 6 of Thomas. Here's both faces. Now, I used my childhood Take and Play Mighty Mac for Little Giant, and I just realized after I made Little Giant is that the Take and Play Mighty Mac has these things, but the Take Along doesn't. That's kind of weird, but honestly, I don't really mind it too much. I could just have the headcanon because my headcanon Mighty was originally a single fairly, and although they have those things, let's just pretend they didn't, just for the sake of simplicity. Anyways, yeah, here's a Little Giant. I call this guy Little, and the other one's called Giant. And Little's the nicer one, while Giant's the kind of a prick. So yeah, I hope I'll find a way to introduce Little Giant to my universe. And finally, the customs I did today, Jennings and John. Now, Jennings and John are based on the Smudger movie versions, except for one thing. I changed their bases. My reason behind it, because there was one thing in the movie that's kind of a bit off. I kind of liked it, but then I realized it's a bit weird, and that is technically when Jennings wants to look out for John, his brother, he didn't realize that Smudger's also his brother, who basically John was giving bad advice to in the movie. Which I could argue Jennings didn't know Smudger was his brother because, well, Jerry didn't know what Smudger looked like. Jim didn't know. Like, the only angels who knew what Smudger originally looked like were Duke, Tim, and Atlas. But, you know, no one that really asked about him, did they? So yeah, I decided to change Jennings and John's bases so they don't look like a carbon copy of Rhaenyra's and Smudger. Since Smudger's a one-off build by Fletcher Jennings, while Rhaenyra's is the official BB class. I changed their bases, so now they are, what was it called? Greyhound Stone tank engines, which were also built by Fletcher Jennings. So it's just a nice coincidence. I really like this class of engine, and I think it's a shame that there's not a Thomas version of it. So yeah, I bought 2 Rhaenyra's, and when they arrived, like this one arrived first, I cut off the dome and face and made a new one from air drying clay and fill in the gaps, made new side tanks, and covered the back to make like like an open cab area. I think it looks really neat. Same thing with John. I got him yesterday, and he's looking fantastic. So yeah, that was just all my customs. You guys have been waiting for me to make them, and I'm happy that it's finally here. So yeah, that was my customs of Adeline, Harris, Duchess, Little Giant, Jennings, and John. I hope you enjoyed this video. I sure have. If you like it, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up. I'll see you guys next time, because next time, it's going to be the big one. Bye!